Across all forms of magazines, it's a common convention to have the logo in the top left-hand corner. This is so that it's easily seen and identified when on the shelf or on display in shops. As you can see throughout my planning stages, I've always followed this convention. I've always had my logo placed in the top left-hand corner. Much like Q and Enemy, I went with red as my house style and also my logo colour. I felt red is a very prominent and eye-catching colour and will be perfect for being on the shelf. You know, it's always going to catch the reader's eye. But unlike Enemy and Q, I decided to go for a deeper red rather than bright. I still feel it holds that boldness, but it's going to stand out against those two magazines when on display. To be a bit different from the other magazines that are available, I decided that the S for my logo switch would be the only letter to be outlined in red. I felt that this would stand out against the magazines that are just using the same colour throughout all the letters in the logo, as well as the letter S being the most important in the logo, as when it's on display that's going to be the first letter that's seen, so it makes sense for that one to be highlighted. Pull quotes are a great convention to entice the reader into wanting to buy and read your magazine. This is why I've included pull quotes in both my front cover and my double page spread. For example, the one on my double page spread says, "We got kicked out of a studio due to disrespectful damage to property." Now, a pull quote like this should hopefully get the reader questioning and wanting to find out more about the story. In my double page spread, I've included a section called Get to Know the Band. I felt like this was a great way to connect readers to the artists, as well as being able to show readers that our magazine has exclusive information about the bands featured in articles. Throughout my planning, I knew this was something that I wanted to include, as I thought it was a different way to get information across to readers. As I want to feature many up-and-coming artists in my magazine, as well as already popular ones, getting to know the band I felt like was a great way to introduce readers to new bands. During my research, there weren't many examples of other magazines featuring things like this. I did find in one Q magazine that there was something similar. It was about what the band would like to drink at the pub or would like to do at the pub.